2, 1. All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy Big Lloyd Dotson here, and you're joining us on today's Boss Excel Success and Sales Weekly Training. In fact, actually, there's one more S in there, right? Isn't there a Supercharged in there also, Rich?
Yeah,
My co-host and co-creator of Boss Excel, Rich Green. I think there's multiple S's in there, right?
Yeah. It's just one long S. Yeah.
It's kind of like a snake. We just have to go. All right. So what we do is this is training that is open to all of our Boss Excel members as well as the public to have everyone kind of see what we're doing, but train you on parts of the Boss Excel Supercharged sales loop system. There, I got them all in, Rich. Each and every week, we highlight different parts, give you some tips, tricks, strategies, and hacks. And today, we've got some fantastic hacks. We're excited to show you some of the things that we're doing behind the scenes that you can do also for your business. And ultimately, we record this so other people can see it as well, but also so those members can share it with other people that might be interested in coming in to the Boss Excel system. Now, one of the great things about today's training is that we're going to train on one very important part of the system. In fact, right in the beginning, if you haven't seen the Boss Excel Supercharged Sales Loop System funnel, you want to make sure that you reach out to the person that shared the link with you, get there so that you can go through their funnel. But one of the things we talk about right in the beginning, Rich, in fact, you do, I think, after I kind of warm people up there with the 5 points about traffic, you basically hit them with the most important thing, which is that they join the fantastic Facebook group we have. And I'm happy to announce, my man, we have reached 1,000 members in a little over 30 days. Woo! All right.
Beautiful. And that's from a cold start. So what's 1,000 going to go to in another 30 days? Damn.
Wait. You want me to do math at the same time? No, but why is it important? So we're actually going to talk to you about a number of things. And my man, Rich the Casey, is going to give you guys and gals the agenda for today. And make sure that you take notes. Even though this will be recorded, take notes because we're going to show you some pretty amazing stuff. We're going to cover 3 areas today, right, Rich? 3 different areas. So I'll let you take it away, my man.
We are, buddy. We are. So let me just screen share 1 second.
Screen share.
We hit that.
Nothing but the best fancy stuff here from us.
All singing and all dancing. There we go. Can everybody see the agenda?
Woo! Yeah, that's the can right there. What do you got for us today, Rich?
Beautiful. So introductions we do off screen gives the guys who are on the training an opportunity to engage, hook up and understand each other's backgrounds. So if you've missed the introductions, then you need to be here a little earlier. So the Canva and Online Sales Pro, we're going to touch on how to use Canva as a free tool, a resource to help you create graphics that can ultimately be used for all sorts of stuff. But specifically today, we're going to use it for personalization, self-branding, how to create stuff that you can then plug into your Online Sales Pro system for marketing, Boss Excel, or the other offers that are involved in the Boss Excel system, or indeed your own MLMs or whatever it is that you brought to the party. And then we're going to touch on some good old-fashioned schoolwork, a bit of homework, some assignments, and we'll follow up off the back of what happened last week. Where you guys
are you going to wrap people's knuckles with a ruler today, Rich?
Something like that. I think I posted in the Winners Circle group. For those guys watching who don't know, we've got a high-level training group called...
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't we back it up and just give people an understanding of the different levels that we have as a Boss Excel member, Rich? Why don't we go from there? Or are you going to cover that in Facebook?
Yeah, really, I were intending to, yeah.
Oh, damn, I took away your fire. It's all right. We'll stoke the fire once again.
That's all
but
right.
Go ahead with your thought. Keep going.
No, don't worry. Do you know, sometimes working with you, buddy, it's like being in a relationship with the missus, you know. You'll just get in your zone and then she jumps in and it's all good. It's all good. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Something to do with Winner's Circle?
Winner's Circle.
Winner's Circle, that's it.
But that's not on the agenda.
It's not on the agenda. But so assignments, we're going to do some assignments. So we'll touch on that. But first of all, let's get started with Canva. Let me come out to screen share for a second so I can see.
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't we kind of give a brief introduction on what Canva is and why, because it's not in the Boss Excel funnel system.
No.
Canva is not in there. It's not part of it. So don't confuse people, my man.
No, and to be fair, there's going to be lots of tools and little hacks and systems that you can use to create all sorts of stuff that's not part of the system. You guys who are on here are familiar with what's in the system already, but for anybody watching it on the recording, there's really only 4 businesses in there. Anything else that we talk about is just a tool to make things easier. And Canva is purely graphics software. It's just free. You can subscribe for free. Yes, you can upgrade if you want to use it on a more professional level, but you can subscribe for free. And it's just online software that helps you to create images. You can use it for making banners, which I know some of you guys on the call have already been doing. In fact, everybody's familiar, I think, with raised hand on the right-hand side. How many of you guys have been using Canva so far? Kelvin, Canva is awesome. Yeah. Cheers.
Now, what's amazing is for people watching this, Canva, I've been using it for the last couple of years for free for the last couple of years. And all the graphics for our group, all the graphics for our post, many of the graphics that we included in a lot of stuff to allow people to take and share in order to drive eyeballs to the group, their offers, their funnels, all made on Canva. And again, for free, as Rich said, you can certainly upgrade, but we found that, thank you very much, Canva, for that. We're happy to plug you and allow you to get more members because it's a pretty awesome friggin' tool. But go ahead, my man.
Krista, we're going to change that today, hopefully. So, guys watching on the recording can't see the live chat, but Krista's just put, I joined, the screen has been open for 5 days, but I've not started using it yet. So let's change that. I love that. I don't love that. That's procrastination. But I love the honesty, the transparency. That's awesome.
But that's what we're all about with the funnel system. Boss Excel is all about showing our back office, showing our proof progress results, showing the system, and basically having people, guess what? Do it. But we're going to talk about tips, strategies, and hacks. And you started with Canva free. So that's the first tip. It's a great tool, and it's free.
Exactly. There's a lot of free stuff out there, and on these trainings we're going to introduce you to more and more and more, so keep coming back. So then what we're going to do is, off the back of that, we're going to show you how to plug some of that stuff into OSP. Some of you guys on the call are already familiar with it, but for the guys watching the recording, not just for you guys, but for new guys coming in, how they can utilize that as a sales funnel, because that's some really powerful. It looks like Big's frozen. Dude?
No, I'm here. I hear you. It seems the screen is acting up on us.
Anybody else having problems?
Now keep going. We're good. Can you hear me?
No. Just you, dude. Have your dogs been chewing the wires? I can hear you. Right, so we'll screen share on my side, guys. So let's jump into Canva. So in the event of Big losing connectivity, David, do you just want to unmute yourself just in case you need to kind of shout out and let me know if anything's going wrong? So where are we?
Rich, why don't we have a quick introduction of David? Why don't we have a quick introduction of David so that people know who he is and who he is in the Facebook group, because they'll see his name quite a bit, and he'll also probably be interacting with them on their post or questions.
Yeah, go for it, buddy. Give him a quick introduction while I'm sorting my screens out.
Absolutely. So, David, if you want to come out and say hello real quick, what we've done is David has been with us from the
Unless
beginning.
you disappear. Oh, this is going fabulous tonight.
Yeah. Yep. So, why don't you do the introduction while I try to grab a little bit more bandwidth?
David, unmute yourself, dude.
Why don't you do the introduction? I'll try to grab more bandwidth.
There we go. Yeah, you go do your thing, buddy.
No, I'm not leaving because I'm hosting the
You
meeting.
know, yeah, I know, but you can mute, mate, while we're doing our thing. David, can you hear us?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, why don't you let the guys who are watching the recording know a little bit about you while I'm sorting my screen share.
Okay, I am David from India, basically, and got started right from the beginning with the Boss Excel system, and have been basically running it as following the formula, basically. And most of the even Canva, as we're going to talk about right now, is something that even I use in my business pretty much on a daily basis, even like simple graphics for Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. So it's a really awesome tool. And basically, if you need anything, I'm going to be here just to ask questions and give you a kick sometimes to go and do what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. David's always, well, I say he's always available. David, like a lot of people who are online, even people who've been doing it for a while, myself included, has a full-time job. So I was going to say David's always available. Not strictly true, but David, like myself, has a way of finding the time to make himself available. And that, I think, is really, really key. Because most people running online businesses successfully do it in the nooks and crannies of the day. You know, anybody who says that they've not got time, load of rubbish. You know how much business I do walking from one office to another as I'm wandering down the corridor on my phone. Find the time to do it. And that's David to a T. I know he's always making himself available, answering queries and questions. And so, yeah, that's
so we're happy to have David as a certified Boss Excel coach. And one of the great things is he's available inside the Boss Excel Facebook group. So as we talked about earlier, one of the main reasons we have that group is so that we can start to get interaction questions in there. There's always proof, progress, results going on in there from ourselves as well as other members. There are tips and strategies shared on a daily basis by myself, Rich, other members. Obviously, David also shares quite a bit. And the idea is just to get people plugged into the system, plugged into the group, and get them being interactive to learn how to take full advantage. And as this weekly training is called, have success and sales training. So it's not only on Wednesdays, but what we like to do on these calls is to highlight bits and pieces of it. So Rich is going to highlight Canva because we're going to show you the things you're able to do with Canva inside Online Sales Pro. And so if you were in the beginning, you saw Rich had in the agenda there, he said Canva/OSP. OSP stands for Online Sales Pro, and it's really the engine, if you will, the glue that holds the whole Boss Excel system together. It's the platform that we built it on, and it's just a pretty amazing tool to be able to do the one thing that everyone out there needs for their business, any business, whether it be brick and mortar, whether it be internet, whether it be network marketing, and that is a lead generation and funnel building tool. And so Rich is going to share Canva, but most of you, if you're watching this and you're not in OSP, you're going, what the hell do I need to make pretty pictures for? Well, Rich is going to show you. First of all, it really helps with the ladies. They love guys that can make pretty pictures. And second, it allows you to put your face on, say, the Queen of England, so that Rich's face would be on the Queen of England's body, and I think it would be an improvement. What do you think?
To my face or to her body?
Who knows? We'll run a poll and we'll see. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, so one of the things I'd say for the guys who are active with us in Boss Excel, anything that you learn on gigs like this, these events that we host, whether it be this relatively basic one that we do on a Wednesday, or whether it be the more advanced stuff that we do on Sundays, take what you learn, make it your own, and produce content off the back of it. You know, you'll often see new marketers, new people who've come to the online world or the network marketing world or whatever, and they said that they don't know what to talk about, what to shoot videos about, what to write about. There's so much content available, but if you're on something like this, be scribbling notes, because I guarantee you will get dozens of ideas for content. But this that I'm going to show you, Canva, is a great example.
Now, Rich, before you go into that, I thought you were going to touch on how important it is, if they ask to join the Facebook group, that they wait to allow us to accept them in. And then okay, you're going to go over that later.
Yeah. We'll do that in a bit.
Oh, you're going to give them the pretty pictures first.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, let's jump into screen share. And where are we? Right, why is it not sharing
your pretty pictures?
My pretty pictures, yeah. Yeah, I've got pretty pictures of me. What more does the computer want? Right, so desktop, there we go, share screen. Right, so tell me that you can see.
Yep, you're good to go.
Right, okay. So Canva, there we go. Can you see Canva?
Yes.
Fabulous. Okay. So when you guys join this, as I say, it's a free sign up. You don't need to go through our affiliate links.
My God, who's that giant in the background?
I tell you what, mate, I was looking at some photos. We were in Vegas. For you guys who don't know, we were in Vegas almost a year ago. It's a year ago next week. And I was looking at some photos yesterday. And Big is called Big because he's a big guy. But you can't comprehend how big he is until you've met him in real life. And there were some photos of him and a couple of the other guys, and it just made me smile. It really did, because the guy he stood next to was quite a big dude, and he looked like a dwarf. It made me laugh anyway.
Wow, brains, brawn, and good looks. I got it all. Go ahead, Rich.
and modesty.
It's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Go ahead, my man. Let's get to Canva.
Yeah, so sign up for free. Go to canva.com. Once you've signed up, what you've got is your.
And no, there is no affiliate link. Sorry, people.
No. Just go straight there. You don't need any of that stuff. So your page will be empty to start off with because you're new. What you've got is lots of different options to utilize. So you can click on the More button and it gives you suggestions. These are for sizes. So if you're wanting to create something for social media, 800 by 800 is an appropriate size. An Instagram post, you'd be wanting to do 1080 by 1080, and so on and so on. So if ever you've wanted to create a picture or grab a picture and post it somewhere, but you've not known what size is best, Canva tells you all that straight away. If, however, you're looking to make something like, let's say, for example, a banner, and Kelvin's been creating some great banners in the last couple of days, you might want to use custom dimensions. And then you'll type in whatever dimensions it is you're working towards. So you might put in 468 by 60 if you're looking to create a banner of that size. So you've got complete autonomy to do whatever you want in the first instance from a size point of view. So let's say I'm wanting to create a landing page, for example, a lead capture page. So I might want to go with, in all likelihood, I don't think there's any standard.
No, but you already have one there, and they're normally around 1280 by, I don't know, what's it say there, 800? Did I hit the...
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take, right.
Give or take. So if you're from the UK, you'll have heard the expression, here's one I prepared earlier. If you're not, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. So here we go. we've got some imagery. This is one that I built for a lead capture page. Essentially, let me just move some of this stuff. Right, there we go. There we go. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that.
So now, where do those pictures come from, though? You have to upload them?
You do. So on the site.
Not that that's not a leading question.
No, of course not. And people would think we'd never done this before.
No, right.
So down your left-hand side, you've got a toolbar that helps you find all sorts of stuff. So your layouts, you've got different options. You can have most things I build in that layout. Let's get rid of that. Don't replace. So just a plain square, rectangle, whatever it might be. But you can have joint pages. If you're doing things like proof, progress, and results, and you want to show multiple images, maybe 3 pictures from 3 different businesses where you're earning 3 lots of money. That's a great kind of option. Again, not a leading point, but you can use different inserts, so different shapes and sizes. You can add text. You can write stuff on it. We're going to come back to that in a minute. You can change the background colors, but this is one of the key things, uploads. So let's say you've got some imagery that you've saved to your computer. And you can find imagery online at a number of different free websites. Don't just rip pictures off of Google, or you're going to find yourself in trouble for copyright issues.
Yeah, and here's another little hack tip. There's a site called Pexels, PEXELS.com, and it's royalty-free images that can be used for distribution. If you want to pull that up there.
Pexels, P-E-X.
Yep. Pexels.com, free stock. Yep. Boomy, boomy.
Yeah.
Let's type in, I don't know, let's type in chicken and show them.
Into Pexels.
Search chicken.
If you don't watch our weekly show, you'll have no idea why I'm laughing.
Well, I'm bringing the chicken back because you retired the chicken on our Pit Lane Power Hour this past Sunday. So anyway, all of those images there, you can use. There's no commercial license use, et cetera, et cetera. So click that one, Rich, and it'll show you over to the right when you click on it. See that? Free for personal and business use, no attribution required. That's what you're looking for. And these are all high definition, high quality pictures, and that's what you want to use because you want to make sure that your images look good not only on desktop but on mobile as well, because more than 65% of people are now accessing sites, especially these type of sites, from mobile. But go ahead, my man. So off, and we're back around. So that's canva.com and pexels.com. And Rich is going to go back to his human eyeball here. Oh, no, it's a galaxy, isn't it? I thought it was an iris.
But I like the fact that it does look like an eyeball. I think that's very
right. Big brother's watching us. Go ahead, my man.
So once you've selected the imagery that you're going to use, and if you guys are fully loaded Boss XLers, then let us know or head to the files section to grab the proper logos so that you can utilize them, the PNGs.
Speaking of PNG, I'm going to throw in another hack tip here for you guys. All right. Yeah. You'll notice. I just want Rich to keep up his eyeball for longer. That's why I keep jumping. Oh, no, he's back to the chicken.
Yeah, go on.
All right. Tip for you. A lot of you who want to have transparent background images, let's say you're looking for a chicken that's transparent in the background, just simply go into Google and type in chicken. Go ahead, Rich. Chicken transparent PNG. Transparent background, transparent PNG. Well, separate words, but anyway, who's look at that. Pull up images. Click. And basically all of those have a transparent background. So if you double click on one of those, you'll see the little checkerboard in the background, meaning that those can be added, uploaded, and they will go over anything. See that checkerboard? So let's go ahead and upload that. Let's save that. So view image, hit the view image. No, you don't want to save it small. Go to view image. That way it has it at full size. Over to the right, Chicken view image right there. Click. It'll pull it up in a new tab. Right click, save image. That way you get the full size. All right. Boomy, boomy. And then you're going to immediately drag that. Now you can show them how to upload it in Canva.
If we go back to Canva, so let's say, just 1 second.
I'm going to make sure the chicken is around whether you like it or not. It's
It
going to
does
be a chicken reminder.
Yeah, it does seem that way. So we've got the little one, we've got the big one. So I'm just going to drag, and it's slightly different on a Mac to yours, but all right, why is that not dragging?
Just drag it over to the upload. There you go, to that area. Boomy.
And then, so it's
chicken.
Just gonna,
chicken in space. Oh, how amazing is that? A chicken in a vortex.
So you can upload straight from your computer, or you can drag across, whichever you prefer to use. So that's 3 great little hacks for you so far. Your picture site for really good quality pictures, your PNGs, and they're identifiable by the checkerboard behind the picture. So that means there's no.
All right,
background.
so let's leave the chicken there, Rich, and let's put a picture of you next to your pet chicken. No, leave the chicken.
The chicken had to go, you know.
Oh man! All right, so let's replace the chicken with a picture of you.
Right, let's do that. Yeah. Oh, who's this good dude?
So much better. Now you can also crop that.
Absolutely.
Now there's a reason we're showing you this, because it's going to fold right into OSP in the back office there. So believe us, there's a method to our madness here. This is not the our shtick show. We're actually trying to show you this for a reason.
So essentially, just to go back, if your PNG, you'll notice that's a massive PNG, a massive background of nothingness, which can be problematic if you're adding lots of images over it as well, just because it's fiddly to grab the right thing. So I just clicked crop, and then I've just cropped closer to the image, and I'm just going to tick past that. So there we go. So now we've got a more suitable sized image to drag around, which I can expand or reduce as I need to. Obviously,
wow, Rich, you're like a black hole, massive, growing.
I'm being, something like that. There we go. You know what I want to do? I'm going to be a real geek, and we're just going to move that. There we go.
Yeah. Almost like Carl Sagan there. Go ahead, my
man. So you can put multiple images on top of each other. If not that it works that way with this particular image, but if you're doing branding, things can go over the top of things. So there's all sorts of different stuff that you can do to make your branding work. So think creatively. Try and. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not creative. I can't do stuff like that." You'd be amazed once you start playing around.
Canva even makes normal people the Michelangelos of lead capture pages for sure.
Absolutely. Especially if you've got a really good quality, high definition picture site like Pexel. So what you've got, or what you will have once you've played around a little bit, is a page or a banner or a picture or whatever you want. And so to save it, give it a name. So if you click up here, you put your design title. So SSSSSSS training. And so
I think we have one more S. You missed an S, but go ahead.
So you can either share that, or you can just download it straight to your computer. Download that there.
Yes, one of the questions from Krista, Rich, while we're downloading is, so I'm allowed to copy Boss XL logos and OSP logos? Absolutely. In the Facebook group files, we have those set up. Again, if you want to just find the OSP without going to the file group, you can simply type in Online Sales Pro logo, transparent ping, and you'll see a bunch there. But I believe we have all of that uploaded in the group. If not, we'll double check. I know we have all the Boss XL in there. So
yeah. And if there's any that we've not got in there, and you guys either come across them, find them, use them, or you see anything that you think is going to be of genuine value and it's not trashy, then put it in the files. Feel free to add to those files, guys. If you're not sure,
If you have trashy pictures, just send them to me privately. But anyway, go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, if you're not sure, if you think they're a little bit too trashy, or you're not sure whether they're appropriate, just ping them to us, and we'll sign them off or what have you, or just delete them if they're no good and kick you out of the group.
Exactly. Yeah. And then name and shame. Yeah. So now we made this picture of Carl Sagan Jr. here. Why?
Mm-hmm. So let's put that to work. Let's put that to work. So we're going to do a lead capture page very quickly and briefly. I know some of you guys who are on the call are familiar with this, but it's just a quick overview to show you how quickly and easily you can do this. So essentially all I've done from inside Online Sales Pro, I've gone to Edit. And so from Edit, I've selected the email and thank you pages. You can also use the templates. Personally, I think there's better lead capture pages can be made from these than from them.
Now, why is that? Let's go ahead and show people. It has a lot to do with the information that's being asked for, correct, my man?
Absolutely. When you're looking at the templates...
Oh, here comes another tip and strategy.
Absolutely.
Bring out your pencils.
There's a couple of tips and strategies here. For starters, the vast majority of people who are using Online Sales Pro and think that they're being creative and thinking outside of the box and not doing what everyone else is doing are using templates. Why do I say that? I say that because most people will use the pre-existing stuff.
Which is fine. Which is fine. If they have that business, absolutely.
Nothing wrong with it because they're great quality pages. So most people will use the pre-built stuff, or they'll use the Online Sales Pro stuff that's in their affiliate tab. The guys who are thinking outside of the box will create their own templates using the template section.
Now we're getting into personal branding that you teased them about in the beginning. So the reason you didn't want the chicken is because people would have an affinity with the chicken more than you. Is that why, Rich?
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. I think that chicken branding is going to have to stay in one way, shape, or form. I'll figure out how to make that cool. Just not today. But the email and the thank you pages, the vast majority of marketers will not use those. They'll miss the trick. So we're going to go to the trick in a minute. If you look at the templates, what everybody else is using, it's asking for lots of information: name, email, phone number, name, email, phone number, more information. And so what you'll tend to find is the more information you ask for, the less responsive people are. We're a big fan of filters. The 5 things that Big touched on at the start that Boss Excel is built around: traffic, funnel, filter, follow-up, congruent tiered products. The filter is really, really important. But how hard do you want to filter right at the start?
Right. Rich, what we talk about in the group and on the training, especially quite a bit with our winner circle, which is our advanced level people, is things that are called small emotional buy-ins.
Yes.
And you want to appeal to people emotionally. You want to appeal to pain or pleasure. That's how you sell something. So once that person has basically a clarity connection with your lead capture page that you're going to create, you want to make it as easy as possible for them to have a small emotional buy-in, which is giving you their email address.
Yeah.
So the more you ask for, if you're asking someone for their name, most people right off the bat have been told since they were children not to talk to strangers. So why would they give you their name? You're asking for the email, but if you're asking for a name, email, and a phone number, good luck with that. Yeah. Because do you go around and a stranger walks up to you on the street and goes, "Hey, can you tell me your name? Can you also give me your phone number? Because I'd like to call you right away and sell you something." Not going to happen. Small emotional buy-ins. We talk about it quite a bit on the Boss Excel system when we go through the tiered congruent offers and why they work so well together. But go ahead, Rich. You are on a roll, my man.
Exactly. So let's jump into page 63. So all I've done, I've gone into those email and thank you pages, and we're looking at template 63. So we're going to use that one just as an example. So it only asks for the email address for the reasons that Biggs just mentioned. You know, you could argue that if it asked for more information, if someone's prepared to give their name, their email, and their phone number, they're more likely to buy. Yes, maybe they are, but you're not going to get the opportunity to get many of those to buy because most people won't. With an email address, you'll get those people and lots of others. And by using that email, which we teach about on a different training, we're not going to do that today.
Rich, let me make a quick comparison for people. On this template, you're already assaulting them with a headline,
yep,
a video,
mm-hmm.
and asking them for email to get access.
Yes.
So if you were to walk into a store and you have the people at the perfume that stand out there and basically want to spray you with perfume and ask you if you want to try it, how many people actually say, "Oh, sure"?
Big, can you repeat that, please? Because we can't hear it so thin.
The bottom line is, think of your lead capture page much like going into a store and you see the people standing there with the perfume bottles that want to spray you, say, "Try this, try this." Most people will walk as far away from those people as possible. Why? Because they feel that they're being assaulted. Now imagine not only is that person spraying you, but they're also asking you at the same time for your name, phone number, and email. So it's the same thing here. The more that you're requiring someone to read and watch, the less information you can actually require of them to put in. So we love this page because it's both a picture in the background, and we'll tell you why here in a minute, and a video which can do the selling for you. But if you're going to have a video doing the selling, the only thing from our experience, from my experience, is the email. That's it. That's all you're given permission. Otherwise, they feel like you're assaulting them. Go ahead, Rich.
Absolutely, exactly. So what we're going to do is we've put something together on Canva. Obviously, this is just an example, something we've thrown together. But what we can now do is add that image into this page. So we're still on template 63. Obviously, you've got the options of using the existing images. I wouldn't. They're overused. And you're going to have far better images as a result of the stuff that we're doing. So here is the page that we've just put together. We're going to upload that, and boom. Or in just a second, boom. There we go. There we go.
It would seem like you almost planned that to be right there next to the video.
Who would have thunk it? Because how much use would it be if I'd have been behind the video? And I'd maybe got an idea of what template 63 looked like. So what you can do is, if you're not familiar with these templates, just go back to Canva and have a play around. You know, it might be that your image is too far left. It might be that it's too big, it's too small. And this particular image is not really a high def one, so it's far better as a small image used on a page than it is a big image. And so you've got complete autonomy to do whatever you want. Here on your toolbar, which can also be moved around in case you need to, you can change the video that's showing in here. So from a personal branding point of view, I know certainly David uses this quite a bit. I'm not sure whether any of the other guys have done or not yet. But if you're shooting YouTube videos, let's say, for example, very quickly, I'm going to throw together an example of what you could do right after this training has ended.
You would have thought we talked about this too.
You could go away and you're going to set up on your laptop and you're going to open a Canva account. And then what you're going to do is you're going to film yourself doing a banner or doing some sort of imagery, or even just film yourself setting up a Canva account, whatever you want to do, but film something. Upload that film onto YouTube to get a YouTube link. And then you're going to come back here and put that link into template 63, and you're going to turn the heading to something along the lines of, I don't know, let's delete that. So it could be something like, let's word something.
How to create an unbelievable lead capture page in less than 5 minutes. of this world. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, out of this world would work because of you see the background image. A few minutes ago, I spoke about congruency, and congruent is when your things tie together and make sense. So try to use wording that ties in with the images, and then try to use the entire thing, so your entire image, your entire lead capture page, that ties in with what's behind it. You want real congruency if you can. So unbelievable tips, how to create an awesome lead capture page in less than 5 minutes. And so then you'd have your video there, and people would put in their email address, and you can post that straight away. Where would you want them to go when they click that button? So these are people who've shown an interest in how to create an awesome lead capture page. So maybe you have them going to your Online Sales Pro sales page. Maybe you have them going to page 2 of your Online Sales Pro demo page. Why do I say page 2 of your OSP demo page? What's page 1, guys? Page 1 is a lead capture page. So you don't want to send people from a lead capture page to a lead capture page. It's too repetitive. It puts people off, and it makes no sense, to be fair. So you could send them somewhere like that. You could send them to the Facebook group. You could send them to your own Facebook page. You've got.
Speaking of the Facebook group, Rich, a question was asked in the chat box. But how do you go about getting the image like Rich has with a transparent background? And what we're going to do is not answer that on this training. We're going to say that if you're in the Facebook group, that you put that question in the Facebook group, and we will give the answer to that there. Because as Rich knows, because I shared it with him, it's an absolutely fantastic site that all of you will fall in love with, and you guys will start to, guess what? Be making all kinds of transparent images. You'll be making your own chicken with no background. But absolutely. So if you're in the Facebook group, that's where you're going to basically post the question. That's where we'll put the answer. Got to keep our secrets sometimes, right, Rich?
Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm hoping that helps some people. It's relatively basic, but with enough tips and hacks that people get some value from it. Anything else you think it's worth us talking about on Canva and OSP?
Yeah, let's do this, Rich. Why did you put your image in there? And that's a lead into what we're going to talk about here. Why did you start to experiment with putting your personal image as part of the lead capture?
One of the things that you really want to start to do as you gain momentum is personalize, is self-brand. You want to be branding you. And the reason you want to brand you is because as you grow a team, whether that be a team of affiliates, a team of members, a team of customers, a team of distributors, depending on what sort of gig it is that you're in, you want your team to be buying in to you, not to any particular given company, because companies and offers change. That's just something that if you're new to this world, you need to be prepared for and ready to accept that straight away. You'll see on social media people who they nail their flag to the mast, but in such a way that they almost become the company that they're involved with.
Right. Now, a great tip on that is piggyback off the Boss Excel branding, because again, you want to bring people into the Boss Excel group, but you can piggyback much as Rich did. That's why we make the logo available to people. Same thing with OSP. All right. Piggyback off of that, because OSP signups you can bring into their group also, but you want to insert yourself. And many of you know that the first follow-up in our email series that we have an email swipe in the file group also is where Rich and I actually edify and introduce you in the very first email. And we do that on purpose because we want to insert you as quickly as possible, again, to have that clarity connection of the fact that even though it's the Boss Excel branding, you're going to be the go-to person, that person is on your team.
Exactly.
They benefit from all the training that we do.
Today. One of the beauties of attaching yourself to Boss Excel as opposed to attaching yourself to, in inverted commas, companies, is, you guys on the call know this already, but for the recordees, Boss Excel stands for business opportunity, sales system, exposure loop. And we've hand selected the businesses that are inside Boss Excel for a number of reasons. Firstly, because of the way our own businesses have grown and gone. Secondly, because of the value that these businesses provide. Thirdly, because of the ownership and the transparency, and all sorts of other reasons.
So, Rich, why don't we come out of that, your share screen, so that people can see you actually talking?
Yeah, fair point. Because we know that's what they want to see, really.
Absolutely. Your picture doesn't do yourself justice.
Right, so let's go this way and let's top share. Boom, there we go. So, yeah, with Boss Excel, by associating yourself and by attaching yourself to that, you're attaching yourself to a system and an idea, a concept, as opposed to a business. Some of you guys were associated with a business that we were associated with in the early days, and you know of people who became that brand, who became that business. And when that business ran into difficulties through no fault of its own, they were left high and dry because they essentially were that business. They'd positioned themselves that way. God forbid anything changes in the industry, in the leadership. You know, the owners of the businesses that we've selected are fantastic, but for all we know, one of them might be hit by a truck tomorrow, and that changes the entire direction that business goes in. But by associating yourself and nailing yourself to Boss Excel, the business opportunity can change. The sales system can change. The exposure can change. It's not going to do, but if it has to, it has no impact on your personal branding, because you're branding yourself and associating yourself with a concept as opposed to a specific business program. Does that make some sense?
Absolutely, yeah? Absolutely. And I see, David, you're going to give away our secrets, but I bet I know my secret for transparent images is easier than yours. But anyway, go in the Facebook group, and if you guys want to know transparent images, just actually put it in there, and I'll share with you the easiest way. And again, that's again kind of what I share with Rich, and he sees, because there are other people in the group that use Photoshop and a couple other things, and essentially I'm showing even those people that there are easier ways. You know, again, I love Photoshop, but it's also much, much more difficult. And the idea here is to make it quick and easy for people so they don't get frustrated with multiple steps. So there are multiple ways to do transparent images, but I'm going to pat myself on the back and think that I found the easiest way. And I tell you, once you see it and do it, you're going to be addicted, just like you guys are to Canva. You know, fun stuff there. I think what we need to do now, Rich, is we shared, obviously, and the one reason that you want to be creative with your lead capture pages and things like that is you want to get feedback. One of the things that Rich and I do in creating lead capture pages and testing them is we also like to get feedback in the wall, in our walls and all, and we actually take the image, we capture the image and put it up as an image on Facebook with a link, instead of just having the link go to the image to be shared. And one is we get a much clearer image, obviously, but two, we can quickly experiment whether or not that image works based on the feedback from people, all right? And we're not tied to that. And so that's one of the ways that you guys can experiment with different things and just ask for feedback. And on your Facebook wall, still have the link to your funnel, but get feedback on the lead capture page picture. Just ask.
Did that make sense to people? So post the image as a picture, as if you're just posting an image on Facebook, and then have a separate write-up. Whereas often when you're posting, when you put a link into a post on Facebook, Facebook automatically puts a preview. And so depending on which template you're using, it might put a preview. It might not put a preview, but it's kind of a preview with no preview. It doesn't look great. It's just a larger lettering preview. Whereas if you post an image and then the wording, you don't get that mess up, that Facebook glitch.
It also allows you to get interaction because Facebook
And that's the
is
key.
not looking at it as a straight up spam link, et cetera, et cetera. So many times you could just post the image and say, can I get feedback? And this is a great tip. Can I get feedback on this? You know, I'm working with this great software. Okay, don't name it. I'm working with this great that allows me to make these quick and fast and do exactly what Rich talked about. Take and do 4 different lead capture pages, put them all on the same thing and say, put a 1, because in Canva, you can take number 1, 2. Which do you like best? Do you like 1, 2, 3, or 4? And let people tell you, because most of the people on your timeline are probably going to be the type of people that you're going to be showing your lead capture page to anyway. So why not let them tell you what is best without having to have them opt in and all that? You're asking for a favor, and you can simply say it like that. And when you get interaction like that, Facebook loves that, and they'll start to show that picture to more people. So just another little tip and hack there for you guys to write down and know that that's a great way to create 4 things and then split test them. And there's an audience right there for you that will tell you what they like best. All right. Because what you're trying to do, and this is kind of the homework assignment that we gave last week, Rich, and I did that because we want to roll right into the homework assignment. And then the assignment that we give to people this week is we want you to really work on more interaction. Okay, and you guys see us doing it in the Facebook group as well, really getting people to have much more interaction in the group. And you should be doing the same thing on your timeline. So I'll let Rich talk about what we were hoping to happen, and we're going to expand on that this week as far as the assignment. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, so there seemed to have been a bit of confusion over last week's assignment. I'm hoping it were confusion. I know sometimes life gets in the way and people can be, for want of a better word, a little bit lazy. And so I'm hoping that wasn't the case and it was just confusion. But either way, what the assignment was last week was about promoting your Boss Excel stuff. And I use the word your for a reason, because it's not, it might be mine and Big's face that's on it, but it's your group, it's your system, it's all about you. And me and Big put...
And it's your team, because they don't sign up under us. We may do the heavy lifting and selling, but you guys get all the credit, you get all the commissions. So go ahead, Rich.
Yeah. We put hours and hours and hours per week into this, and I guarantee that most of you on this call promote your business more than me and Big promote ours, because we're busy doing other stuff for you guys. So the idea was for you to promote your Boss Excel stuff, whether that be the Wednesday training, whether that be the Sunday training, whether that be the Pit Lane Power Hour, whether that be the Boss Excel Facebook group. But promote that in a way that created engagement. And what seemed to happen throughout the week was people were spamming Boss Excel rather than promoting it for the purpose of engagement. And it did get to a stage where me and Big both had to switch off the settings on our wall, because we were getting tagged. Our wall was just getting full of the same stuff over and over and over again. Sometimes the same thing from the same person over the course of 5 or 10 minutes or so. And people were going heavy to win these 100 clicks by pushing the name Boss Excel, but nobody was actually trying to get any engagement from anybody. And so pretty much everybody, in fact, had borderline everybody really.
Fail.
Kind of missed the point on it. And I didn't see much, if any, engagement from other people. And I suppose a little bit disappointingly, I didn't even see engagement from each other. You know, and because you guys will have seen me post a video a couple of times in the group now. And if you've not seen this video, go to YouTube, jot this down, go and find this video. It's called The First Follower. And the first follower, that in many ways, this whole thing is built on the principle of the first follower. Me and Big are the lone nuts, and that'll make sense when you watch it. You guys are the first followers. And yeah, I can hear it in my head. And it's essentially what you want to do is benefit each other, use each other as other first followers. I'm guessing the MVP training's just finished. Great to have you here, guys. What you want to do is utilize each other as first followers. There was ample opportunity all through the week for Krista, for example, to post something Boss XL related, and for David or Bodil to jump on and ask a question that resulted in an answer, or a further question that resulted in interest from somebody outside of your circle, that resulted in debate from some, and so on and so on and so on. And so engagement creating on Facebook was the aim of the game from your assignment. The whole tagging Big and I thing so we could see what turned into a spamathon and us shutting our walls down for a week.
Spam.
Yeah. So this week's assignment really is going to be an extension of that, but hopefully in a more controlled way.
Great thing. John Bone just said we started to get it on Kelvin's post yesterday. Little secret, okay, I'll go ahead and give credit to Rich. He and I talked about it, and Rich had a talk with Kelvin, and that was how that post came about. I'm going to give credit to Rich because obviously we talked about it. He said, I'm going to put it into action with someone. And he spoke with Kelvin about that in running a contest, in running a poll, in getting people to, again, they can be small emotional buy-ins to interact with you, and then you can ramp it up. You always answer a question with a question. All of you who are working toward being politicians should know that. You never answer the question, you answer the question with a question. But what it does is it leads to the second series, and that's a lot of sales training and all like that, but that's exactly that. So hopefully if you haven't seen it, you can go and look at Kelvin's post, but that came about, okay, finally, after Rich and I shut off all the spam, and we said, okay, we're gonna have to actually, get someone to understand this. And part of the reason that Kelvin got to do that is because he's part of the winner's circle. So if it seems that we're holding some of the best back, that we interact with people one-on-one more that are in the winner's circle,
that's because we
are. But Rich, why don't you close it up with the assignment for this week? So in all fairness, all of you can look and probably admit that we can't reward improper behavior. We really want to reward proper behavior and habits. And we want to do that willingly. And so what we'll do is Rich is going to go over the assignment for this week. If you are unsure about the assignment and you rewatch this or you're watching it on replay and all like that, guess what? The Facebook group for Boss XL is a great place to pop clarity questions in there. Myself, Rich, David will be more than happy to clarify those questions. So Rich, let's do this. Let's shut this down and let's basically get these people on assignment that is going to get them focused on what we talk about this show, success and sales.
Beautiful. So the assignment this week is essentially exactly the same as last week, but now you have a clearer understanding of it. So Boss XL has Pit Lane Power Hour, Supercharged Sales Training Wednesdays, Winner's Circle Sundays. It has the Boss XL Facebook group, which for anyone who hasn't got OSP, the Facebook group is your sales funnel. If you've got people coming into Boss XL who are not yet OSP members, the Boss XL Facebook group is the sales funnel. That's when they join that, they're essentially opting in to further information from you guys. They're able to get other people to opt in to further information from you guys. They're not even having to create the content themselves. They're not having to write emails. They're just adding people to the group with permission, and that is going to create continual involvement, engagement. Because here's what we're going to do in the Facebook group. When you guys are adding people, we know early on we said send the link to people who want to join. And we did that because we genuinely thought it was going to be the best way to manage the people coming in. This has grown a lot quicker than expected. And as a result, there's been a few, I say a few, a lot.
A lot, yes. A lot.
Yeah, all right. We've shown you a few of the spammers. There's been a lot of crap going into that group. So what we want you to do is when you've got, so let's say you're talking to your friend Joe Blogs, and Joe Blogs is interested in what's going on. Whereas previously we've said send Joe the link to the Facebook group and he'll join, and then we'll approve him. What we want you to do, add Joe Blogs to the group yourself. So just go into add members, add him to the group. And then what that's going to do, that's going to attach your name to his addition anyway. So straight away, there's no uncertainty who brought Joe to the gig. We know Joe was brought in by Badil or whoever. Welcome him. Let's start welcoming people again, which obviously you've not been able to do so much when people are joining the group themselves, because you've not had that clarity of are they in or are they not in. So welcome people to the group.
So Rich, we're going to go one step further. By having people do that, those people that aren't added by people more than likely came from either people's email list, a ton of what we do, obviously a ton of what David does and other people as well. We are going to go through and basically vet people so that we can see. And then Rich and I will be personally welcoming people like we did in the beginning. You guys enjoyed that. And we'll welcome people with pictures, tag them so that we can make sure that they see that. You guys see if we're tagging people in the group, they ask to be in there. So tagging them is not a problem as far as Facebook goes inside a group. We'll tag them. If you see people, okay, that you brought into the group via that tag, then it's in your best interest to go in and welcome that person as well. You can put your own post. And we're just basically doing it so that we can gain control, once again, not only of the spam, but more so personally welcoming people and helping them if they need help off the bat, so that we're not behind like we were, not only in welcoming people, but getting them started. And so what we're finding is by essentially inserting ourselves and helping people and welcoming them off the bat, they're more apt to actually reach out to not only the person that brought them in, but us as well. And then we steer people back to them.
Absolutely. So, and when people are fresh, they've just joined, it's far easier for them to remember who's brought them in. You know, they've seen a Facebook post on their wall. Well, it might actually just be that they've seen one of their friends comment on one of their friends' Facebook posts. And so you don't know who they are. Somebody might have joined as a result of David, but David's never even heard of it. They've come into the group. They've seen his name once on a post that they saw on Maureen's Facebook profile. And so when we said to them 4 weeks later, who brought you in? They don't know.
Now, it's a good problem to have, but one of the things that Rich and I pride ourselves on is that we personally make a connection so that we can help them figure out who invited, brought, or inspired them to come into the group. We say it all the time. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to that. And so the bottom line is, yes, people may have to wait, a few minutes or a few hours to get into the group. But this is because the group is growing and people are having success, that people are looking to just quickly get in there to take advantage of that. And we really want that to be a safe area that people can get answers, that people can get training, and people can get, guess what they're not getting, which is personalized touch. So many of you who are coming into the group have some of these programs, and you've been kind of widowed and orphaned. And so we're going to get back to that, and that's what we're going to basically do. So the assignment, and we're still looking to give away 100 clicks of Accelerate Traffic, which is our own solo ad service, 90% tier 1. Okay, tier 1 real-time traffic, not recycled, is, as Rich said, We want you to take all of the resources, shows, everything we have available in the Boss Excel system and group, and try to take and spin your personal spin on it to get interactivity. If you guys want to reach out to Kelvin or in the group, etc., he'll show you what he did, and start to think outside the box a little bit, because the idea is you want to spark discussion to get engagement. The more engagement you have, the more Facebook shows your post. And then when we say tag us, all right, we mean tag us so that we can see, not tag us just so you can show us that you basically put the same thing 15, 20 times. Tag us so we can see how creative you're being about getting engagement. And then we'll have no problem next week awarding that 100 clicks. And someone's going to be happy because those people using our traffic know that these are real-time, real people. So I think that about covers it, Rich. I know there are a bunch of questions, but honestly, we've got to shut it down because we promised we'd only keep it to an hour, and we'll catch the people's questions on the backside inside the group. Did you want to finish with anything, Rich, before we stop the recording?
That's it, my man. I'm all good. So let's have an awesome week, and yeah, I look forward to seeing some great creative images, posts, engagement, and good times. So I'll catch up with you all.
Oh, but we get to do our favorite part.
Oh,
we get basically have everyone unmute. And
oh, man. Every week I forget.
Everyone unmute and say goodbye while we're still recording. And the bottom line is, all of you out there, if you're not in the Boss Excel group, get in there. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye,
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
All right, everyone. It's been our pleasure from a man, Rich, and myself. We will catch you inside the group. We'll catch you on next week's training. Take care, everyone.